Why has Ødegaard become so dull now? Ødegaard has lost his magic. While Arsenal fans are excited about they no longer enjoy the way Ødegaard, their maestro, holds the ball, especially in the two recent summer friendlies. People would rather watch a 15-year-old Doman dance around than watch someone like Ødegaard, who all his life has only passed sideways and backwards. What people say about Ødegaard can be summed up in a few words: dedicated, diligent, good work rate, truly sad. When someone who was once the torch-bearer is now quietly just keeping the flame alive in the background. Ødegaard hasn't become worse, but everything around him has changed too fast. He's no longer the name that makes the Emirates erupt with every touch. Now he's the one adjusting his shirt on the sidelines while the young ones step into the spotlight. It's heartbreaking when the fans who once eagerly awaited every long shot from him now only mention him with sighs. Sad because of how people forget a midfielder who once pulled Arsenal out of their darkest days. Sad because just when the team seems nearly complete, it's Ødegaard whose name is being doubted the most. And even sadder, Ødegaard is still dedicated, still trying, still sharing experience and helping the younger generation. Though he's struggling to rediscover his essence, that captain may no longer shine as he did in the last 2 seasons. But amid the noise of criticism, he still quietly carries part of Arsenal's soul on his shoulders. It's truly sad, because not everyone who once shone can retain their glory, but if anyone understands the best, it's Ødegaard. Martin Ødegaard's form in the 2024-2025 season has been a major point of contention among Arsenal fans. Not because he's been terrible, but because the expectations have been raised so high by Ødegaard himself in the past few seasons. When people get used to seeing him score 15 goals and make 7 assists in the 22-23 season, then follow it up with 11 goals and 11 assists in 23-24. Then to see just 4 goals and 6 assists after 33 Premier League games this past season. According to FBF, it clearly looks like regression. The puzzling part is that Ødegaard's basic stats aren't actually that bad. He's still in the Premier League's top 10 for key passes, averaging 2.4 per match, still making over 5.6 passes into the final third every 90 minutes, and is the second highest successful presser at Arsenal after Declan Rice. But what's missing is that sense of danger. His touches are still smooth but too safe. He passes sideways more, plays the ball back to defenders rather than trying to break through or shoot early. This led many fans to joke that Ødegaard plays as if he's always waiting for his best friend to return so they can attack together. An early season ankle injury also had a big impact. Though Ødegaard only missed about 3 weeks, he hasn't been as confident shooting as before. According to Understat, his shot accuracy dropped from 43% in 2023-24 to just 29% in 2024-25. Meanwhile, his shots per 90 minutes fell from 2.5 to just 1.7. He has almost completely stopped attempting long shots, a weapon that used to help him unlock deep defenses. On the other hand, Ødegaard's decline is also tied to Arsenal's lineup instability. Bukayo Saka was out for nearly 3 months with a hamstring injury, and Gabriel Jesus was also frequently absent. Ødegaard, a player who thrives on connection, was forced to play with constantly changing partners, like a conductor playing with a new orchestra every week. And when the team lacks stability, every mistake from the captain gets amplified. Many experts believe the issue isn't form but role. He has never been the typical number 10 like Kevin De Bruyne who delivers killer passes in one move. Instead, Ødegaard is more like Bernardo Silva, dictating tempo, coordinating, creating. When Arsenal plays slow and controlled, he's ideal, but when speed and breakthroughs are needed, Ødegaard becomes a bit too tame. And so even though he hasn't completely dropped in quality, he has still become a focal point of criticism in a season where Arsenal faltered in the title race. Expectations are always a double-edged sword, and for Martin Ødegaard, it's an invisible but heavy pressure. No one's forcing him to score 15 goals or provide double-digit assists every season, but he's already done it. He peaked for 2 straight seasons. Fans started assuming he was a perfect number 10, someone who could lead the team to the top. But not every season is the same, and when form dips below expectation, every sideways pass or missed shot gets scrutinized like a systemic flaw. The best version of Ødegaard is overshadowing his current self. People don't compare him to average midfielders anymore. They compare him to Ødegaard of 2023. The one who scored against Tottenham, who shined at Anfield, who commanded the midfield like a boss. And when his form drops, they no longer see a midfielder still assisting and running. They just see a Ødegaard who's not like before. That harshness reflects the fans' affection, but also unintentionally suffocates the natural growth of a player carrying both tactical and spiritual burdens. So why has Ødegaard declined so unreasonably? Rumors say it stems from a poorly managed injury recovery where he lost the art in his left foot. Martin Ødegaard injured his left ankle during a Nations League match for Norway on May 9, 2024, when he landed awkwardly and had to leave the field. Examinations revealed ligament damage, though he fortunately avoided a fracture, while officially called a light injury. In reality, Ødegaard missed over 2 months, being absent from early September to November. At one point, Arsenal even tried to conceal the injury's severity by having him pose for team photos with a ball covering the swollen ankle. When he returned to the pitch, Ødegaard still featured regularly, but fans could clearly see he wasn't himself. His shots per game dropped from 2.2 to just 1.8. His shot on target rate was the lowest in the entire Arsenal squad that season. Ødegaard nearly stopped attempting long-range shots, once a trademark weapon in his attacking arsenal. Instead of shooting decisively as before, he now often opts to pass or switch back to his strong foot, which slows the attack significantly. Not only that, his pressing and dueling ability noticeably declined. In 50-50 situations, he tends to avoid contact and hesitates in challenges, rare for someone once praised as an intelligent, tireless pressing player. Many fans believe this is the result of an incompletely healed injury. Especially for a left-footed player like Ødegaard, a painful left ankle directly affects ball control and technique. When a player loses confidence in the body part that once defined them, they stop daring to do what they once did. And in reality, throughout the 2024-25 season, we saw an Ødegaard so safe he faded into the background. What's even sadder is that in that context, Kai Havertz, once heavily criticized, clearly improved. Havertz scored 13 Premier League goals and became increasingly crucial in the starting lineup. Havertz's rise, coupled with Bukayo Saka's strong return, Declan Rice's consistency, and the emergence of talents like Ethan Nwaneri, gradually dimmed Ødegaard's role. Though still wearing the captain's armband, Ødegaard was no longer the centerpiece of Arsenal's play as in the previous 2 seasons. In several important matches, manager Mikel Arteta even deployed Fabio Vieira or Havertz in the number 10 role in the 4-2-3-1 formation, pushing Ødegaard deeper or out to the right wing. These moves led pundits and fans to question, is Martin Ødegaard still the soul of Arsenal? Or has he become a shadow of his former self, a spiritual leader carrying too much responsibility? No one blames him, because Ødegaard still runs tirelessly, still mentors the younger players carefully. But what people yearn for is the Ødegaard who curled in a goal against Tottenham with the outside of his left foot. The Ødegaard who dribbled from midfield and smashed in a rocket against Liverpool. When you've once shined, you're not allowed to fade away. That's the price of having once been the center of the universe.